It feels like we have been up and down this mountain over the past couple of weeks. But we are moving on now. We're going to find somewhere to park up for Valentine's Day. Well, thank you very much, Glencoe. It's been a pleasure. So we've just driven for about 45 minutes, and we're parked up next to Loch Garry. And as you can tell, it's pretty dark. If it wasn't for yesterday's full moon, it would be pitch black. And it's a beautiful starry night. So I'll pick you guys up in the morning when I can actually show you around the place. What a beautiful morning. There's nothing quite like a massive loch with snow-capped mountains in the distance, trees everywhere, beautiful clouds, sun beating down, gorgeous. Christ, there's actually ice around the edge of the loch here. I dread to think how cold that water is. So as I mentioned yesterday, it's Valentine's Day today. I've actually put the log burner on in the morning because we're going to have some croissants for breakfast, croissants with jam and coffee. That sounds like a beautiful way to start the day. And then I think the plan is actually just to chill around here, just to have a nice day, just relaxing, I guess. There's a fair bit of deadfall and driftwood down here, which I'm going to gather up. So I think we're going to have a wee fire. I did get a reduced gammon yesterday, so that's going to need to boil for an hour and a half. And I don't fancy doing that in the van because of the amount of condensation. So the best way to do it is to have a wee fire. And there are fire pits all the way along the edge of this loch where people have camped and set up for the day. So we'll just borrow one of these. I really hope that one day I can own a little woodland like this. If I'm not mistaken, it's alder. I sometimes confuse alder and hazel when there is no leaves, but I can't see any hazelnuts. And if you're looking at these trees saying, mate, you're wrong, it's hazel, then please tell me what it is I'm missing. But nonetheless, to own a piece of woodland like this, because these trees can be coppiced, that's one thing I do know, which means as these grow, you chop some of them back and it puts up more. So you see how some of them, you've got these proper kind of dense clusters. And of course the stuff you cut down green can be used for whittling and all sorts of projects. I don't know if it's every van lifer's dream to have land. I sometimes assume that it is because so many van lifers I meet and myself want land. Don't get me wrong, I love being nomadic, I love living in a van, but there's a slight pang in the back of my mind for a base. Somewhere to kind of have these bigger projects, you know, like having a garden, building a shed, making an outhouse. I'm hoping that one day me and my girlfriend can have a plot of land and build something bigger, something better. And of course that whole community thing. When you're on the road, there's community around you. The van life community is incredible, but they come and go. You park up with someone, you get on really well, and then they drive off into the horizon and you have no idea when you're going to see them again. With a hub, it could be a location for people to visit a bit more regular, you know? The real dream is to have land big enough that you can have people stay with you. So I suppose I need to start putting my feelers out. Wow, that's a cool piece of wood. I got distracted by a branch because it happens to be a really nice branch. I don't really want to put that on the fire. It seems like it's got a purpose. I just haven't found it yet. So that's coming back with me. I'm just kind of moseying around the loch's edge and rambling to the camera, I know. But I'm going to start grabbing a load of firewood and me and Colby are going to sit down by the water's edge and just enjoy the tranquility of it all. By God, it's quiet. So what you want to do is get your bundle and get it on there. And you're aiming the sparks into the middle, of course. But before you start, you want to have your handful of little stuff ready to go on. There, if you have that handful ready. So grab the ferrocerium and put the tip of it where you want to strike the sparks. And then back of the blade and scraping down.
God,
do you want,
that's
hold on.
hard.
So do you want me to try and light a piece over here to see if it's even possible? Because it could well be too wet and shitty that you'll be there all day.
off. That's not fair.
No, that's not fair. Sorry. Nice and strong hold and a firm scratch off the top. But you see how quick it burns out, so we haven't got long.
That's ridiculous.
There you go. There's some really good sparks going in there. There you go.
Yes!
Quick, sticks. Honestly, you want to be getting tons of little twiggies on. Yeah, that's staying lit. You did it. You're ready for Outlast now. There you go, fucking fire's on. I think now I need to get the pork on. It's not a euphemism. I need to get the gammon joint on to boil. And I did see up here that someone has felled some branches. Looks like someone's done some cleaning up. So I'm gonna make a tripod out of this stuff because it's green. Goes without saying that a tripod needs 3 limbs. Let's drag 3 of these out. Okay, these are big enough to build a wigwam, never mind a tripod. Not going to win any awards, but it's going to hold up the gammon joint, no problem at all. And because these are super green, there's no way they're going to burn. I did originally get these and they're massive. I was building a tripod for giants. Show everyone your big steak. It's a staff, really, isn't it? It's not a steak. That's a fucking good steak. Yummy. It's going to need to come down a long way. Fucking hell. I need a longer bit of rope. That looks ridiculous. Now we just got to keep this fire stoked for what, an hour and a half? We actually had grand plans for dinner, but we couldn't be bothered ferrying food and pans up and down to the van, so we decided just to stay by the fire and eat the ham joint instead. Pork! Can't see in him. It's a look like shit. Oh, that looks rank. Why does it look so peely-wally? It's cooked though. It's been in for 2 hours now.
God.
Dinner's served.
Shame we didn't get like some Coca-Cola to boil it in.
What we could do is cut off cubes, stick it on sticks, and then put it over the fire to make it all brown and crispy.
Yum.
This isn't very visually appealing. And now I'm going to cut off some bits, put on our little skewers, and then roast it over the fire. It doesn't need roasted, it's cooked, but might as well get it all crispy. Like that, some gourmet Valentine's food.
Golden brown.
Now it's gourmet Mackey's barbecue. Michelin star. So what are you going to say when your parents say, what did you do for Valentine's Day?
I think this is more romantic than going to a restaurant.
I do. I'm not going to forget it.
It's an experience.
We then hunkered down for the night and enjoyed a peaceful night's sleep. The following day we heard from our friend Brett and decided to meet up at a park up we'd stayed at before. I rustled up a nice stew for us all and we had a great catch up. But the following morning the weather was absolutely horrendous. Jesus Christ! You should see the road. What a day. Such running down the window. Oh, the weather is mental today. Tiny little break in the sky at the moment, but I expect it to piss it down any second. Basically got horrendous weather for the next week by the looks of it. Don't get me wrong, we're in need of it. It's been bloody ages. All the rivers have been really low, and for this time of year, it's a bit nuts. Tell you what, after that rain, all the waterfalls absolutely gushing up that mountain. So quickly ran up into the woods out the back of the vans just to get a bit of fresh air before the next load of rain comes in, and I don't think it's far off. So of course, with being this mild and all that rain, there's going to be no snow up in Glencoe anymore. But as much as I'd love to be getting snowboarding, I do need to start heading south soon because there's an issue with the van. Its wheel bearing needed done recently, so I bought a whole new hub with bearing in it and slammed that in, and there's still a noise, so something else is going on. The next step is doing the axle, which is a big job that I don't really fancy doing on the road. I need to kind of limp back to my mum's and get it sorted before I can head back out again. But I have to say, it's been absolutely incredible being back in the Highlands. I just feel at home here, you know. I just want to rush back as soon as possible, really. It's just the best place in the world. I love it. Especially when you live in a van. There's just so many beautiful park ups, and as soon as you go anywhere else, you just think, kind of wish I was in the Highlands. Until the midges come. Must add. We were going to go into Fort William today. It's been a long while since we've actually walked down a high street and done a bit of shopping. Me, Colby and Brett, we're going to head over, but this weather is just nuts. You know, we don't really want to walk down the street in piss and rain and 50-mile-an-hour winds. We might do it tomorrow, although looking at the weather forecast, tomorrow's 50-mile-an-hour winds and pissing it down. So that means for today, we're just going to hunker down. Probably going to do a bit of editing and just eat loads of food, get fat and sassy. But I'll catch up with you guys later. Well, I haven't filmed for pretty much 3 days solid because the weather has been absolutely awful. And it just cleared up for a second, and both me and Colby thought, now's a good time to run up the woods and do a nature poo, and the heavens have opened. This is what real van life is all about. It's about going for a crap in the piss and rain. Oh, Jesus. I'm not doing any transitions, not today, no way. Because that means getting in and out 3 or 4 times. I have to jump in the front to get my boots. I'll tell you what, if you're going to have crap weather, you might as well be in Scotland. I mean, look at it. It's still beautiful. But unfortunately, we've got to head up there.
There is something about pooping in this weather that makes the satisfaction levels and the relief of it all just that bit more.
Because it's hard work.
Yeah.
Right, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Oh, it's damp. It's really damp. I'm sure a few of you are going to say, why haven't you got a toilet in the van? And simple answer is, I don't really want poo in my van. So if we can get out to the woods, even if it's raining, I'd rather be doing that.
Come on, you got the space.
Sorry. Taking B-roll and getting told off. Looks like this is already a bathroom. Bloody dear, they never bury it. Well, welcome to today's bathroom. Can't see the road. Nice and hidden. You don't need to see the rest. Not even Bear Grylls could figure out where I've been. If you ever need to poo in the woods, whether you're on a car, motorbike, van, I don't care, buy a spade, please. Or a little garden trowel. You better have it just in case you get caught out, because there's nothing worse than stumbling across human feces, and as van lifers we come across it quite a lot. And I promise you it's not van lifers, it's people getting caught out, because we have equipment. Spotted your favourite again.
It's so cute.
Dark polypore. Whoa. probably to the right actually. Oh my god. And if you're wondering where we are, that little island there is called Seagull Island. Although, it seems to be covered in geese. Haven't seen many seagulls. So there must have been some sort of clan battle at some point and the geese have now claimed it. So we might start referring to it as Goose's Island. It's a shame the van only got washed on one side. Right, it's been a beauty. It's been a hell of a park up, been a hell of a weather, but it is time to move on. We're going to head up to Glencoe, back to the ski resort to get one last shower before we head south again. We're actually going to get the ferry across and head down Ayrshire instead of going through the Central Belt, past Glasgow and all the rest. It's a much nicer drive and it's always a good laugh getting a ferry, so we're kind of looking forward to that. Whoa! Stuff in your face, okay?
Brett washing me. And I'm stuffing my face with cake.
Right, well that probably means Brett's ready, so we'll get on the road. You might recognise the park up. We are back at the bottom of Glencoe yet again, but today's a bit of a sad day. We're actually going to start heading south because, as I've already said, the van needs some repairs. But the worst part of it all is it means I have to say goodbye to Brett for a little while. It's been incredible to catch up. I had so much fun up the mountain and so many laughs around fires and just sat in his van. It's going to be hard to say goodbye, or rather, it's going to be hard to say see you later. We're just tatting down the van, which if you don't live in a van just means putting everything in place so it doesn't all roll around and smash about as you drive. And I figured I better check my curry hat, which isn't something people normally say. But on the way down, we actually managed to lose the rain hat on the flue. So we nipped into Tesco's and the best thing we could find was a curry dish, which is now bungee corded to the top of the flue. I think from a distance it would pass as a rain hat, but if you get close, it's pretty obvious. It's a curry dish. That is another thing on the to-do list to sort on this bloody van. Oh. No. God damn, it never gets easier. It's always so hard, and it's part of what van life is, really. You make all these incredible friends on the road, but because you all live on the road, you have to part ways, and it hurts every time. I hate it. That's why we have to buy land and all start a giant community full of fantastic people, and we don't need to drive away. Here we go. Don't see him.
I was over here.
Was he? Oh, I'm there beeping at your van thinking he's in his bed crying, he's not even at the front. Look after yourself, and you. Wait 1 second. Jump start my window open. Love you, brother.
Look after yourself.
And you. Stay safe.
Sad.
I know. It doesn't feel good, does it?
Like it's sad leaving Brett, but it's also just sad having to leave the Highlands and come back and...
We're not ready to leave the Highlands. Just had to have a quick stop and just admire the view one last time.